Hey friends, Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Hope that you're doing well.
Can I offer you some of my wares?
Is that perfume? It's cologne.
Today we're talking about saving money. Kind of. And how is that, you might ask? Well, twofold, friends, twofold. The first way, cheap clone fragrances that smell as good as the original, which is more expensive. Is that actually saving money? I don't know. You're actually spending money. The other way, a big stonking sale. And yes, this sale, it does stonk. What does that mean? It's a big sale. If you're watching this in the future, that sale probably doesn't exist anymore, so I'm sorry about that. Unless you're not very far in the future, and then maybe it still does. Why you gotta watch the video early, that way you don't miss these things. And we got some new clones today because I got in a haul here recently, a haul of a bunch of new ones, and some of those are in this list. All of them are gonna be linked in the description. Feel free to check them out there. Let's get started with the first fragrance, then we'll talk about that sale, which is also in the description. First off, let's talk this, okay? Paris Corner Ophidian Mango Bliss. Looks like they took a page out of Lattafa's book with the little golden snake on there. Is that gonna be a trend? A golden snake trend on clone bottles? I'm not sure. All I'm saying is, kind of interesting that the gold snake wrapping around the bottle has become a thing. This is Lattafa Teriyaki, by the way, and it's not in today's video. There's carpet down there, it's fine. It's fine. So, what is this a clone of? Well, it's a clone of God of Fire, which, by the way, that's a pretty sick name. Which, depending on where you look, is gonna run you about 230 bucks, so considerably more than this one. Remember when I said it was cheaper? Oh. One thing I love about this one, and this is how the fragrance came, is the cap. Now, it looks kind of nice there. It's got some detail to it, but check this out. Oh, dang it. Yeah, the inside of my cap is loose. It's a little plastic piece. You can see like the dried glue. I'll show you. Yeah, see? Dang it. That's just how it came. That's a feature. I guess I could try to put it on like this, but it doesn't exactly work that way. Ultimately, that's not that important. I guess I could glue it back on if I wanted to, but the fragrance itself is what really matters. It's pretty strong, first off, and it is sweet. You know how it says Mango Bliss there on the front? They're not lying. Sugary, gingery mango mixed together with citrus. It grabs attention the second that you spray it on. Really big performance with this one. It stands out, sticks out. It's gonna get you noticed. It's a great alternative to God of Fire. The quality here is fantastic. As soon as you spray it on, you can go in for a whiff, but you know, the cap. Fixed it, ha, just plain. Let's talk about the sale. Like I said, it's linked in the description below, fragrancebuy.ca. It's gonna take you straight there. That link, you click it, it's magic, it takes you there. The internet technically takes you there. Who cares? The sale is good right now. It has already started and it lasts until the 27th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern time is technically when it ends, on the 27th. So the second it ticks over to the 28th, it's done. First off, the codes. There are two of them. They are stackable, so you can use them both at the same time. First code, FB11, FB11. That's good for 11% off the entire website. It's everything, baby. Everything they got, that's gonna mark that down right there, 11%. That's 1% better than 10. It's pretty good. And then you have free shipping off any order over $111 US. And that code is 11SHIP, 11SHIP. So you can put those bad boys together, get yourself some free shipping, get yourself 11% off. So those codes can be used by anybody, no matter. Whoever you are, you can use it. The first 250 orders, over 400 bucks US, so that's a pretty hefty order, they're gonna get a little freebie. Either a Parfums de Marly or Xerjoff hairspray, which, okay, or candle, or deodorant. Yeah, deodorant, hairspray, or candle. You're gonna get one of those. I think I'd rather have the candle personally, but you know. Also, the first 5,000 orders get a free sample. And there are 5 Willy Wonka-esque golden tickets that are gonna be stuffed into an order, but you have to place an order over 150 bucks and then you might win one of those. Yeah, so good luck. But if you do get a golden ticket, then that's good for 500 bones of free fragrances. So that sale is going on. It's hot. It's off the presses. They got a lot of restocks on the website. They got door crashers. They got killer deals. There you go. It's down there. Like I said, we're saving money today, boys. Let's do another fragrance. Let's talk Feroce from Fragrance World. This is a clone of Light Blue Forever. Now, I love Light Blue Forever. I know not everybody does. I know the citrus in there. Some people are scared of it. They don't like it. They say, no, it's too much citrus. No, sir. Me, I say, give me more citrus. Overload it with rindy citrus until my eyes shrivel up and pop out of my skull. At that point, and only that point, will I be happy with the amount of rindy citrus in there. My therapist says it's a problem. I think they just don't know what they're talking about.
Do you want to tell it to me?
Admit to a problem? No way. But in all seriousness, it does have a lot of rindy citrus, and some people just don't jive with that. This also has that bit of rindy citrus. Not quite so much though. It doesn't pack quite the punch that Light Blue Forever does. So for some people, it actually could work out better because it's toned down a little bit. Still has the general idea with that rindiness. It's just not as aggressive. There's a little thing floating in front of me. And price point wise, this is a much better buy, especially as Light Blue Forever gets harder and harder to find. You know how that goes, discontinued fragrances, yay. Amazing summertime scent though, love that stuff. Let's see what next. Let's get funky, let's get a little weird. All Watania Oud Elixir. Does that mean this counts as an elixir fragrance? I guess so. Now this one looks quite unassuming when you take a gander at it. Looks like it could even be maybe a stock bottle of some sort with a, honestly, very thick plaque. Thick with 2 C's. I mean, whew. And then it just has a very, whoa, lightweight wooden cap. That's why I quit playing baseball when I got a little older. I was good in Little League, crushed it.
Who is this kid? Jack. He is a golden goose.
But this right here, this one packs a punch. Let me get that cap. Whew, that is strong. Very spicy, boozy, rich, woodsy. Oh man, very much like a holiday kind of fragrance. You know, the type of scent that you would think of wearing around end of December. This is a clone of Invite Only Amber 23 from KLE. It could vaguely remind you of something like Wajan from Parfums de Marly also, you know, just like sort of in that style. But yeah, this one is fairly monstrous when you first spray it on. It settles in after that and isn't quite as loud and becomes a little bit easier to pull off. But yeah, those first sprays, oof, gonna slap you upside the head. Let's go next with Deep Blue by Rasasi. And this is another one that could just absolutely fake you out. Because you see that, the name, Deep Blue, you're expecting something like, I don't know, Bleu de Chanel, right? Because you look at that coloration, the name, Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum, maybe, possibly a Sauvage, maybe. It is neither of those things, actually not even remotely close. Somehow, the fragrance name Deep Blue in the somewhat Bleu de Chanel colored bottle is a clone of Irish leather. What? That makes sense. Yes, Mimo Paris Irish leather. That's what this is. Now you could think of it maybe as a slightly fresher take on Irish leather, but still yet, that's what this is clearly inspired by. It has a bit of an earthiness to it, but it's kind of a watery earthiness. You know, it like I said, has that little bit of freshness to it. Definitely stands out. It will get you noticed, but it is something that you need confidence to pull off, just like the fragrance that it is a clone of. And it is one of the few affordable alternatives to that scent that you can find. Let's talk next about this one, Detour Noir Exclusif from ALTHAIR. This is a clone of LAYTON EXCLUSIF from Parfums de Marly, which you can probably tell just by, well, first off, the name with the exclusive tacked on the end there, and then also the color scheme here. Now, the original Detour Noir is really the first big LAYTON clone, or the first one that took off in a big way. You know, everybody got very excited about Detour Noir, and for good reason. It was cheap, still is cheap, and is a really nice clone or alternative to LAYTON that's not gonna break the bank. And they kind of sat on that one for a while until this year when they released 3 more fragrances in the Detour line. This one, which I almost just chucked, and also a clone of HALTANE and PEGASUS Exclusive, which are right here. Detour Eco, kind of a strange name choice there, and then Detour Noir Intense. And you can probably tell which is which just by the color scheme, but this is PEGASUS Exclusive. This is HALTANE. So anyway, back to this one. This is a clone of LAYTON Exclusive. It is an excellent clone. Also has a fantastic atomizer. Check this out. That's fantastic. Oof. Probably can't see on camera there, but when you give a good spray of this, it's just a massive cloud that kind of just lingers there. Don't believe me, get a ring light or something, set it up and give this a spray. It just stays there just like a cloud of poison gas. That smells so nice. This though is not exactly LAYTON Exclusive. It's actually somewhere between the original LAYTON and LAYTON Exclusive because it's not quite as animalic or dark as LAYTON Exclusive is. But for a lot of you out there, that could make this better because it's, again, not as dark, not as animalic. So some people are gonna find that more wearable. Great sweetness in here off the top. Quality, very good when you first spray this one on. Just another fantastic bang for your buck from ALTHAIR. And it almost makes you wish that ALTHAIR would put more stuff out that's kind of like this. And by that, I don't mean LAYTON clones, but I mean stuff that's more affordable, that is tackling fragrances that people are after cheaper alternatives to. Because when they release something this good, you're like, oh, it's fantastic. But they just don't come out with a whole heck of a lot of them compared to some of the other companies that are their peers. You know, some of those companies are just dropping new stuff every single week. Let's talk next about Lattafa Jasur. I really like this one. I've brought it up a number of times. This is a clone of a Coral Fantasy. Valentino Uomo, Born in Roma, Coral Fantasy. I'd rather just say Jasur. It's a lot quicker and to the point. Valentino Uomo, Born in Roma, Coral Fantasy. Presentation, kind of weird, kind of funky. Just this long bottle with a weird cap with all kinds of words. I guess these are supposed to get you pumped up. I don't know. Bold, brave, fearless, destiny. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty pumped now. Valiant. Oh man. Victory, adventure. What's that one say? Can't even read that one. Oh, daring. Oh, I'm a moron. It was just kind of running together. It's not me, it's the cap. So anyway, this is, like I said, a clone of Coral Fantasy and a darn good one. I probably don't need to tell you guys, but Coral Fantasy, big as far as the complement factor, and has great versatility as well. Really, you can wear it spring, fall, or winter. It's gonna work in all those, and you can wear it in summer too. Just maybe dial it down slightly. Wonderful sweetness, an apple tobacco combination in here that commands attention. And this is one that gets better with age. This is one of those ones where when I first got it in, it did smell good, but came back to it a couple weeks later, it was even better, and now today, even better still. So Jasur, gotta know about this stuff, it's fire. Up next, let's talk about this one, the little dilly-dally right there. This is another All Botania, so same brand as this guy right here, but this one is called Masad. And Masad is probably going to appeal to more people than Mr. Elixir over here, because this, making sure I wasn't gonna spray it into my eyeball there, this one is a clone of Gris Charnel Extrait. The atomizer there kind of blends in, you know, so I just wanted to make sure I wasn't gonna aim here and you were gonna see it just blast straight into my eyes, although that probably would have been kind of funny. But yeah, Gris Charnel Extrait, so really smooth, very elegant, nice compliment puller, much easier to wear, frankly. So that little bit of spiciness, the fig, the tea, the sandalwood, of course, you pick that up in here. Slightly darker than the original Gris Charnel, a little bit more geared toward fall and wintertime use. Quality, very, very good. As you probably saw when I sprayed it on, has a nice pressurized atomizer, which I have to bring up apparently every single time that a fragrance has one, because I'm still somehow impressed by that. It's like 500 different bottles that I've sprayed with one of those over the years, but still yet, when I get a new one that has a pressurized atomizer, I'm like, it's pretty nice, that's pretty good. I'm gonna give it the test. Oh, that's pretty good, bro. 10 out of 10. Some of you out there are like that, don't play. That's why my fragrances over here have pressurized atomizers now. It's like, we gotta get one. I know what we need next is magnetic caps. I know that, I know, but pressurized atomizers, half the battle. So yeah, this right here, Gris Charnel Extrait, extremely well done. Another one that smells fantastic as soon as you spray it on. And this is one of the ones that I got in recently. This one, and another one that I'm gonna talk about. So it's not even had time to macerate yet. Liquid Broom is up next. This one is from French Avenue, which is Fragrance World, and that is a clone of Parfums de Marly ALTHAIR. It is, in my opinion, one of the best clones on the market nowadays, period. The quality is fantastic. Not a pressurized atomizer though. I'm rethinking. No, I'm just playing. Absolutely nails ALTHAIR. That's one of the fragrances that in the air, people aren't gonna be able to tell a difference. That sweetness, that warmth, that almost edible feel that ALTHAIR has, that one does as well. Great performance, just like I said, hands down, one of the best ones you can buy right now. And it's so addictive, like you just want to keep going back to it, just like the PDM that it's a clone of. And during fall, during winter, big compliment puller, a good evening fragrance, good date night fragrance. Super good, super good. Then we move to this guy right here, and this one is from Paris Corner. It's Moscow Mule. Technically, the name is Mauj Moscow Mule, assuming that I'm pronouncing that correctly. M-A-W-J. I know that it's Arabic, but it kind of looks like a name that you would see in like a JRPG or something. Oh, that's Mauj. Oh, that's a good atomizer again, you see that? Ooh, not quite pressurized, but still good. So this is a clone of Blue Moon Ginger Dash from by Kilian, which you probably already knew just by the whole look and everything like that. Now, this one is interesting, much in the same way that Ginger Dash is interesting. When you first spray this one on, just like with the by Kilian, it's kind of like, I don't know, very fizzy, aldehydic, kind of shower gel-ish in a way. Not even like really shower gel, I don't know. It's kind of like a fuzzy hairspray kind of thing, man, I don't know. But then as it starts to dry down, it gets sweeter and it smells way better. And I'm not saying the opening is like, anything like that. That was great acting, by the way. I deserve an award. I'm just playing, I know it was super cringe. I'm leaving it in anyway.
That was the best acting I've ever seen in my whole life.
But yeah, the opening is probably the worst part, like the first few minutes. Again, not awful, it's just you smell it and you're like, okay. But that's the same problem that you have with the by Kilian that this is a clone of, so that's kind of what you expect.
You did a good job there. Great, great job.
But like I said, as the sweetness comes in, it smells so much nicer, and at that point becomes a very nice, classy, versatile fragrance that you can wear about any time. Probably better suited, of course, for like spring, summer, fall, but still. If you want an alternative to Ginger Dash, this is a good one, and the presentation, pretty nice also, very heavy. And last but not least, Tobac from Maison Alhambra. This is good, really good. It's a clone of Tobacolor from Christian Dior. In case you couldn't tell by the name, Tobac and the bottle style looking quite similar. And Tobacolor is a fragrance that I very much enjoyed when it first came out, and I love it still today. Really good, easy wearing tobacco fragrance that's high quality. It has a great sweetness to it, this kind of stone fruit sweetness when you first spray it on. A very honeyed, sweet, rich pipe tobacco, with a little bit of smoke going through there as well. It gives it some nice depth. A slight juxtaposition to the sweetness that's in here. Also has hints of freshness along with all those rich, deep notes. Not a whole heck of a lot, to be fair, but just a little bit that keeps it interesting. Really good performance, lasts a long time, projects very well. Great, great, great release. And the Dior is quite expensive. So this is one of those ones that you really do save quite a lot compared to the fragrance that it's inspired by. Pee Wee Herman style. So there we go, guys. There are some clone fragrances that are just killer bangs for your buck. And when you compare them to the price point of the fragrance that they are very similar to, these work out to be just top-notch alternatives. And for a lot of people out there, these are gonna be even better because money in your pocket, pretty good thing. So there we go, guys. Thank you for hanging with me. Again, all of these linked in the description along with that sale that I blabbered on about. Stay safe out there. I will see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys. Blah, blah, blah. I can't even say guys.